Hello everybody, this is Fish of Chaos. Welcome back to another episode of Alone in the Wilderness, where we attempt to take on some of the game's most difficult challenges while staying north of the wilderness wall, all on a hardcore Ironman account. This means that if we die, our death is permanent, and just about everywhere we can go, we can be attacked by other players. Hardcore Ironmen cannot trade with other players, and they are barred from much of RuneScape's bonus content, such as MXT and bonus XP. This means that we'll have to do everything on our own, gathering our own resources, farming our own supplies, all in the most dangerous area of the game. Our goal is to defeat the Chaos Elemental and complete the Wilderness Medium Achievement Diaries. Without further ado, let's embark onto our journey. Welcome to Fishing Simulator. Today's catch, shrimp. No, really, we're just gonna spend some time here to talk about the logistics of what we're gonna do. We need to do fishing not only for food, but also for some of the achievements, so we might as well hit the two birds with one stone. We had Mr. X give us a skull, which usually you only get when you attack another player, because if we weren't, the bandits to our left would attack us, and they would kill us very quickly. It's actually the first way I ever died when I first came back to RuneScape after several years of a break. So some things we have to consider as we get going in this account. One of the things we want to do is keep our combat level as low as possible. This is because if you look at the top right there, that skull with the 24 under it, that means that any player 24 levels above or below our combat level can attack us and potentially kill us in this area of the wilderness. The number gets higher the deeper we go into the wilderness. Currently we're only level 3, so players up to level 27 can attack us in this part of the wilderness. In order to minimize the chances of getting attacked and killed, we're going to try our best to keep our combat level as low as possible. We're going to do this in a similar way to the way that PvPers do it. We're going to make our account a pure. That means that we're not going to trade all the combat skills. We're just going to train one of the main 3. So most hardcore Ironmen start out on melee. This is because it's the easiest one to get equipment for in general. You just have to mine up your metals, smith them into your equipment, and you're good to go. Now, you're running into a bit of a problem here. The wilderness has no coal in it, and as you're probably aware, smithing requires coal. So that pretty much brings that off the table. Now some of you might say, oh, I've been in the wilderness. I know there's coal in there. I've seen it. One of the biggest coal mines is in the wilderness, according to the wiki at least. Unfortunately, with the mining and smithing update, Jagex removed all the coal, iron, tin, and copper in the wilderness and replaced it with new ores, which also conveniently means that we can't use divination to turn the lower level ores into things like coal. Not only that, they've taken all of the ore drops off of monster drop tables and replaced them with stone spirits, which are absolutely useless if the ores don't exist. So mining and smithing are off the table. Now we look at range, which seems like a great idea. I mean, we've got dragons all over the wilderness at all levels, so we can get really good range armor. Range is some of the best for defense bonuses and attack bonuses per level, which makes it really ideal. It makes it hard for us to die while wearing it. However, there's no tanners in the wilderness, so we can't tan the hides even if we do get them, which of course is necessary to make the armor. So we're left with magic. Now we can't do rune crafting, believe it or not. Even though we have access to the abyss, we can't go through the portals to get to the altars to actually craft the runes, because then we'd have to leave the wilderness for that. But we can buy runes from the Mage Bank, which is in deep wilderness underneath the Mage Arena. We actually visited there in the first episode. So we can get runes. A weapon is a little bit more difficult. Now, there are a few drops we can get, but they're pretty rare, and basically that means best starting weapon is going to be a weapon we get as a reward in Daemonheim. Now, the rewards in Daemonheim aren't particularly cheap. It'll take us quite some time to actually build up enough reward tokens to get them, but I think it's our best option. The other big limiting factor, believe it or not, is thread. For mage armor, in general, you don't need to tan any of the things to make it, but you do need thread. Now usually you just buy this from a general store, but all of the stores in the wilderness do not sell thread, so that makes that a little trickier. However, we're in luck because implings do spawn in the wilderness, and baby implings have a 1 in 10 chance of dropping thread, which is great, so magic it is. Now I know this is quite a bit of logistics talk, so we're going to take a break for now, go back to doing some more gameplay, but I wanted to give you an idea of what the sort of thought processes are when we're solving problems for this account. Alright, so we've completed just about every easy achievement that we can on free to play. The only thing left is to do the cursed energy, which is a much more safe achievement to get on members. So it's time to convert the account over. Yeah, there we are. Alright, now we're hopping over to a members world. Here we are on members. You notice that the interface looks a little strange. It's because we're right now on a legacy only world. It's just because we'd like to keep ourselves as safe as possible, and there are a lot fewer people on these worlds. And we're gonna get going on these last couple achievements. Right now we're making our way up to the Chaos Altar. One of the first achievements we need to get is to offer a bone there. Alright, here we are, so just gonna take some of these bones, offer it at the Chaos Altar. There we go. One achievement done. So let's see what's next. I need to go into the Chaos Tunnels, deposit 50 curse energy, and then we are all done with the Wilderness Easy achievement diary. So let's go find the Chaos Tunnels. So the Chaos Tunnels are essentially a series of caves that run under the wilderness. They're not in a PvP zone. We are allowed to use them as they're still north of the wall. There's a couple different entrances. One of them's over here. It's going to be a little bit dangerous because there's actually pretty much everything there is aggressive. Might be a good idea to grab food first. Yeah, I'll go grab food. Okay, so we got some shrimps. We're gonna hop down into the Chaos Tunnels and hop out as fast as possible. Get this last achievement. And then we just need to go and deposit the 50 cursed memories, which is by far the most dangerous achievement. So the reason that depositing the cursed memories is so dangerous is because while you have cursed energy in your inventory, anybody can attack you regardless of combat level. So right now we're combat level 3, and that keeps us pretty safe. If we go and get cursed, then anybody can attack us no matter their combat level. So somebody who's max combat who come in and hit us in one hit, we'd be dead. So we're gonna pop into this rift, get the achievement, and then we're gonna head over and pray that nobody's over at cursed, because just about anybody can kill us right now. Hop in. Alright, get out, get out. Alright, we got the achievement. Let's just see it over here. Now I'm going to make my way over to the Wilderness Volcano. Actually, I guess I'll teleport there because I can. And then we are going to deposit those 50 cursed memories. I will see you soon. So before we do curse, I want to talk about a problem. What you're seeing here is the cursed rift. And all these people are bots. This is actually on a fairly low population world. So it actually makes it incredibly dangerous for us to do this. Not because the bots will kill us, but because there are bot hunters everywhere. At the end of this clip, you're actually going to see one, and it's going to get cut short because I'm going to get killed by him. It's no worries, this is on my main, not on the Ironman. But this is really the reason that I've been putting this off. But to see if we survive that, you'll have to wait until the next episode, where we're going to try to evade the bot hunters, and perhaps hunt some bots ourselves. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. This is Fish of Chaos, and I'll see you next time.